This is Rajshekhar, School Assistant English. Now we shall discuss regarding adjectives. As you know, adjectives are one of the part of speeches, and we can classify the adjectives into three types. One is the basic adjectives. What is meant by basic adjective and what is an adjective? Which qualifies a noun is an adjective. Which tells something about the quality of a noun is called an adjective. నామవాచకము గురించి విశేషించి చెప్పున్నది విశేషణము అని చెప్పేసి అంటాం. Here, these adjectives can be classified into three types. One is the basic adjectives. These basic adjectives are monomorphemic words. Morpheme means what? A minimal meaningful unit is called morpheme. A minimal meaningful unit is called morpheme. Mono means one. One minimal meaningful unit is called monomorphemic word. And for example, old, great, large, small, happy, short. These are called monomorphemic words. For example, if you take unhappiness, in unhappiness, un is a prefix, ness is a suffix, happy is a monomorphemic word. Monomorphemic word is nothing but a word which cannot be divided further. It is a root word without prefix and suffixes. So, old, great, large, small, happy, short, these words are called basic adjectives. Second type of adjectives are derived adjectives. Derived adjectives means a word which consists of suffixes like ish, us, full, iv, al is called able, is called derived adjectives. And here, for example, ish, us, full, iv, al, able. Whenever you come across these suffixes blindly, you can identify it is an adjective. For example, if you take child, childish, bluish, reddish, courageous, famous, beautiful, needful, careful, positive, attractive, negative, usual, reachable, readable. These are called derived adjectives. And these derived adjectives are such words. Second one is past participle, present participle. Past participle and present participle also can be functioned as adjectives. What is meant by past participle? Third form of the verb is called past participle. When you add yes ing form to the first form of the verb, that becomes present participle. Present participle is verb plus ing form. Past participle is V3. And these two words also can be functioned as adjective. How? For instance, if we take Say, for example, he has written a letter, he submitted a written document. If we take these two statements, and here you could find the written, here also you could find the written. Here is also it is a V3, here it is also V3. And here, when V3 precedes auxiliary verb, has or have or had, that becomes a perfect two tense. When written follows a noun, if it doesn't precedes any auxiliary verb, that V3 can be functioned as an adjective. ఎప్పుడైతే ఒక వర్బ్ యొక్క మూడో రూపం ఉంటుందో దానికంటే ముందు ఆక్సిలరీ వర్బ్స్ హ్యాజ్ కానీ హ్యావ్ కానీ హ్యాడ్ కానీ ఉన్నట్టయితే ఆ V3 వర్బ్గా పనిచేస్తుంది. ఎప్పుడైతే ఒక V3 ఉండి దానికి ముందు ఆక్సిలరీ వర్బ్ అనేది లేకుండా దాని పక్కన నౌన్ ఉన్నట్టయితే అది అడ్జెక్టివ్గా పనిచేస్తుంది. Here, how can you identify whether it is adjective or not? You can pose a question. What sort of? What kind of? If you get an answer, no doubt it is an adjective. Here, written document. What kind of document? What sort of a document? Written document. You are posing a question, you are getting an answer. Hence, it is functioning as an adjective there. And next, in that way, V3 can be functioned as an adjective. Past participle is also will be functioned as an adjective. She is drinking coffee. Here you are going to find the verb plus ing form. Drinking coffee is his hobby. Here verb plus ing form. And when the verb plus ing form precedes a be form, that verb plus ing form can be functioned as a verb. It is in continuous tense. When the verb plus ing form doesn't precede be form but it follows a noun, that verb plus ing form can be functioned as an adjective. ఎప్పుడైతే ఒక వర్బ్ ప్లస్ ing ఫామ్ కంటే ముందు బీ ఫామ్ ఉంటుందో ఆ వర్బ్ ప్లస్ ing ఫామ్ వర్బ్గా పనిచేస్తుంది. ఎప్పుడైతే ఒక వర్బ్ ప్లస్ ing ఫామ్ తర్వాత నౌన్ ఉంటుందో దానికి ముందు బీ ఫామ్ లేని ఎడల ఆ వర్బ్ ప్లస్ ing ఫామ్ అడ్జెక్టివ్గా పనిచేస్తుంది. ఇన్ దట్ కేసెస్ ఇట్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ ప్రెజెంట్ పార్టిసిపల్. సో past participle, present participle also can be functioned as a adjective. These kind of adjectives are called derived adjectives. Here derived adjectives means words which consist of a suffixes ish, as, full, iv, al, able. No doubt they are adjective. And V3 and V1 plus ing form also can be functioned as a adjectives. Now we shall discuss regarding third type, post determiners. Post determiners. One adjective precedes another adjective. ఒక అడ్జెక్టివ్కు ముందు ఇంకొక అడ్జెక్టివ్ ఉన్నట్టయితే దాన్ని ఏమంటాం పోస్ట్ డిటర్మైనర్స్ అంటాం. హియర్ వన్ థింగ్ యూ షుడ్ రిమెంబర్, ఆర్టికల్స్ ఆల్సో కమ్స్ అండర్ ద అడ్జెక్టివ్స్. పొసెసివ్ ప్రొనౌన్స్ ఆల్సో కెన్ బి ఫంక్షన్డ్ యాజ్ అన్ అడ్జెక్టివ్. హిజ్, హర్, మై, అవర్, దేర్ ఇవన్నీ కూడా అడ్జెక్టివ్గానే పనిచేస్తాయి, ఈవెన్ దో దే ఆర్ ద ప్రొనౌన్. అదేవిధంగా ఆర్టికల్స్ ఏ అండ్ ది, these three articles also can be functioned as a adjective. Post determiners means, for example, the specific basic features. The specific basic features. Here the specific basic. All these are the adjectives only. Features is a noun. So this is called post determiners. This sort of adjective is called post determiner. Another example, first two chapters. First two chapters. The first two chapters. Here the first is also taken as a post determiners. Means if an adjective follows another adjective, that earlier adjective is called post determiners. In that way we have got three types of adjectives we have seen. Now how these adjectives structurally functioning of adjectives. Structurally functioning of adjectives. In a structure, in a sentence, how these adjectives will be functioned. As you know, the fundamental part of a sentence, the fundamental structural part of a sentence is S plus V plus O pattern, subject, verb, object pattern. So here, first functional is predicative adjectives. Predicative adjectives. What is meant by predicative adjectives? Here, predicative adjectives means if an adjective can be functioned as subjective complement or objective complement, those adjectives are called predicative adjectives. Here, predicate is nothing but verb. Subjective complement or objective complement. For example, Durga is tall, he is clever, I am busy, you are industrious. See, Durga is tall, he is clever, I am busy, you are industrious. Here, industrious, busy, clever, tall, all these are adjectives. Here, all these adjectives are functioning as a subjective complement. How can you say subjective complement? Which completes the meaning of a subject is called subjective complement. Durga is tall. Who is tall? Durga. Means tall gives complete meaning of Durga. It completes the meaning of subject. It tells something about the subject. Hence it is called subjective complement. He is clever. Who is clever? He. I am busy. You are industrious. Industrious. Who? You. Means here all these adjectives are functioning as a subjective complement. Hence, these are called predicative adjectives. Sometimes, as an objective complement. Objective complement means she gave coffee strong. The case made lawyer famous. Here, she is the subject, gave is a verb, coffee is the object, and strong is objective complement. The case is a subject, made is a verb, lawyer is an object, famous is objective complement. Here, she gave coffee strong. Who is strong? Coffee or she? Coffee. And the case made lawyer famous. Here, who is the famous? Lawyer. Means here, this is object, coffee is an object, lawyer is an object, and here famous is objective complement, strong is objective complement. Means here, strong, famous, they are adjectives. So, these adjectives are functioning as an objective complement. So, predicative adjectives can be functioned as a subjective complement and objective complement. Next, second functioning is attributive adjectives. Attributive adjectives. Attributive adjectives means if a word precedes a word, means if the noun precedes an adjective, That is called attributive adjective. It always qualifies the noun. For example, atomic energy. Energy is a noun, atomic is a adjective. And federal government. Federal government is an adjective and government is a noun. Bridal tears. Bridal is an adjective. Means here atomic is an adjective, energy is a noun. Federal is an adjective, government is noun. Bridal tears. See here, these are called attributive adjectives. For example, what sort of energy? Atomic energy. What sort of government? What kind of government? Federal government. What kind of tears? Bridal tears. Means bridal tells something about the tears. Federal is telling something about the types of government. Energy, atomic energy means what sort of energy? Atomic energy. So these are called attributive adjectives. Young man. Young man. Here what kind of man? Young man. So these are called attributive adjectives. See, so far we have seen predicative adjectives and attributive adjectives we have seen. Next, compound adjectives. Compound adjectives means here you are going to find two words, more than two words. Broad-minded, short-sighted, good-looking, short-sighted, broad-minded. These words are consist of two words, and good, short, these are adjectives. These are called compound adjectives. So far we have seen the function as well as functioning. You have seen types of adjectives we have seen. Now come to the forms of an adjectives. See, we have got the three kinds of tenses, and tenses are derived from the verbs. Degrees are derived from the adjectives. Here these adjectives will have three forms. On the basis of three forms of an adjectives, we have got the three kinds of degrees. See, for example, good, better, best, bad, worse, worst, tall, taller, tallest, small, smaller, smallest, large, larger, largest, long, longer, longest, beautiful, more beautiful, most beautiful, much, more, See here, adjectives will also three forms. These adjectives will have three forms. First form of an adjective is called positive form. Second form of an adjective is called comparative form. Third form of an adjective is called superlative form. Say, adjective, most of the adjectives will have three forms: positive form, comparative form, superlative form. On the basis of these three forms, we have got the degrees. That is the positive degree, comparative degree, superlative degree. What is meant by positive degree? When we state actual quality of a person or a thing is called a positive degree. We are telling about the actual state of a quality of a person or a thing is called positive degree. Here, as or so as is used along with the first form of an adjective that comes under the positive degree. He is as clever as he, she. He is as clever as she. Means here it is a positive degree here. Comparative degree means when we compare one quality to the quality of another person is called comparative degree. Here generally than is used along with the second form of an adjective. Here than is used along with this second form of an adjective is called comparative degree. Here we are comparing the quality of one person to the quality of another person. And here in the superlative degree means if we make exaggeration, if we exaggerate the quality of a person or a thing is called superlative degree. And here we are using the definite article the along with the third form of an adjective. Means if we use the article along with the third form of an adjective, that becomes a superlative adjective. So, in that way we have got three forms of adjectives are there. And what is meant by positive adjective? First form of an adjective is called positive adjective. And if you add er suffix to the first form of an adjective, that becomes the second form of an adjective. If you add er suffix to the first form of an adjective, that becomes the second form of an adjective. And if you add st or est to the first form of an adjective, that becomes the third form of an adjective. Means if you add er to the first form of an adjective, that becomes the second form of an adjective. They are called comparative adjectives. And if you add st or est to the first form of an adjective, that becomes the third form of an adjective. They are called superlative form. ఒక అడ్జెక్టివ్ నకు చివరన er అని చేర్చినట్టయితే దాన్ని కంపారిటివ్ ఫామ్ అంటాం. ఎస్టీ గాని ఈఎస్టీ గాని చేర్చినట్టయితే దాన్ని సూపర్లేటివ్ ఫామ్ అంటాం. గుడ్, బెటర్, బెస్ట్. Instead of good, if you take well, that is also well, better, best. Bad, worse, worst. Tall, taller, tallest. Small, smaller, smallest. Large, larger, largest. Long, longer, longest. Beautiful, more beautiful, most beautiful. Much, more, most. Means here you come across er suffix to the first form of an adjective, that becomes a comparative, and here st or est. Say all the adjectives won't have any three forms. Some of the adjectives won't have any three forms. For those adjectives, for those words, you have to add intensifier, which makes a feeling extra, that much, more, most is used along with the adjective. Beautiful. Here you don't find any beautiful, beautifuler, beautifulest. Won't be there. So, beautiful, more beautiful, most beautiful. See, these are the forms of an adjective. See, now we have seen types of adjectives. Structurally functioning of an adjectives we have seen. And forms of an adjective, positive, comparative, superlative forms of an adjective we have seen. And sometimes these functioning of a adjectives may be sometimes a qualitative, classifying one, or emphasizing one, or else color wise. In that way also you can use these adjectives. Thank you. This is regarding the adjective, and you can watch this concept and share it, and please subscribe my YouTube channel. Thank you.